Welcome back to Project 94, and we have a Project 91 diecast today. We have Kimi Raikkonen and his 2022 Recogni ILoq number 91 Chevrolet Camaro ZL1 for Trackhouse Racing's Project 91. How awesome is it to have a diecast of this made? Who would have saw this coming? I was hoping the diecast of this was going to get made so I can have a Raikkonen thing in my collection. But here it is. A ton of different sponsors. This is definitely a unique diecast in my collection. This is my only Kimi Raikkonen related thing in my entire collection of diecast and things. I mean, this is a fantastic looking paint scheme as well. So to have it for the paint scheme is really cool as well. And it's a new number for the diecast series. It's number 91. I don't have a number 91 anything at all. So this is really cool to have this. It is really, really a nice car as well. So we're going to get this car out of the box. Get the Iceman's car out of the package. Here it is. As we're close to getting the unboxing complete, here we go. Here is the diecast out of the box, and I gotta say, the colors on this one, just the way the black and blue and even the yellow number stands out on here, it's really, really cool. Just the way, even the rookie stripes are, the blocky rookie stripes are on this car. That's really cool. It's a rookie diecast because Kimi is not a full-time driver, obviously. He's just running road courses for Project 91. Really, really cool to see that he's coming back as well. Hopefully that diecast gets made because this one here got made and it looks awesome. I mean, Trackhouse consistently has good paint schemes, so it does not surprise me that the Kimi Raikkonen car came out as good as it did. Very cool. And it's another car with the gray wheels. So here's the front of the car. You got number 91, Trackhouse. You got the Chevrolet OEM details. You got Sunoco. You have Recogni and ILoq. And, of course, you have Chevrolet, Raikkonen right there. And, of course, you have Sunoco, Goodyear. You got the Goodyear on the tires right there with the gray wheels. You got NASCAR Cup Series, number 91, Iceman. Of course, you got Chevrolet, ILoq, and number 91, or just Project 91 in red. Got Recogni. Then you have Project 91, ILoq, and Get Biofuel on the right side of the car because it's for road courses. Race Service 273. Got Chevrolet, of course you got Trackhouse Recogni, 91, the rookie stripes Camaro ZL1. You have Recogni on the deck lid again, and then Recogni on the roof. So this is definitely a fully funded car here for Mr. Raikkonen. Of course you have his name on the window banners as well, because this is the Gold Series. So now it's time to look at the paint scheme. So this car was spray painted black. And of course, you're gonna have the black spoiler and the black. I have not done diecast reviews in a couple weeks, or a couple days, I should say. Black spoiler, black splitter out front, and of course the blue gradients on this car. There's lots of gradients to speak of. You have some on the hood, and those hood vents look fantastic on this car, I must say. You have the gradients on the nose, where it has ILoq, and it just wraps around the grille. Detailing, really, really cool. Of course, it also wraps a little under the window right here. Of course, it's going to wrap around the front quarters as well. It's going to leave some gaps for the black to show through. Looks really, really nice on there. I mean, it's just so cool to have this diecast. And then we get into the more technical details of the paint scheme, which is going to be on the side here. So, on the side, you have some of the striping of the, Ross Chastain's, one of his cars. I can't remember which one it was. It was the black and blue. Oh, the Worldwide Technology, Worldwide Express. It kind of looks like that car, but a little bit different. It is different than that car. It's just a little similar, but a little bit different as well. It's got its own touches from the sponsor of Recogni here. You have just like very, very, very technological looking stripes. Lack of better ways of being able to say it here. And of course, you have some more gradients over where it has Iceman, the name. Of course, wraps around these sides of the window and a little bit behind the Recogni and the striping. And the striping is really, really sharp and angular on this car. It literally looks like a machine just looking at this car. Kind of like how some of the other paint schemes, like the tractor cars, they try to show off that they're a tractor. This looks like a very technological looking machine here with this type of style scheme on here. It's got some very in-depth striping, as you can see under that stripe, right by the 9. A little bit under the Goodyear, way under the other blue line that has some gradients on there as well. Very, very, very thin stripes there. And of course, you're going to see some more of those thin stripes of where I'm pointing at. Got a bit of an upside down little trapezoid shape right there, just to kind of make it look, just makes the logos look really flush on here, really fresh, and really, really, really cool as well. Of course, you have the gradients, it's fading out. Most of the design is just going to be on the door, and then of course each part of it, each section of the scheme is kind of cut off by the shadowy effect. Of course, you have ILoq right there, and of course a little bit on the quarter panel as well, where it has race service, and then the 273, you're going to have some of the striping there as well, and the gradients of the design. So you got a couple different shades of blue that's being shown off here, and I'm going to show the other side because it's the same, just to see how it looks. You're going to have like a baby blue, a dark blue, a light blue, a little bit of turquoise, a little bit, not a lot. Of course, you're right. Honestly, this is just such a really detailed car. I mean, if you get a 124 of this, you're definitely going to see how detailed this is. I think my favorite part of it is the shades of blue that this car has. It is a really, really cool car. It looks like a Ross Chastain diecast. But of course, it has its own Iceman touches to it, as you guys can tell, just looking at it. Back is just going to have the gradients behind the Recogni logo. Looks really, really cool. I love this scheme, honestly. I was looking forward to get this diecast, and I'm glad it got made, because it is really cool. And of course, the number, you're going to have a white outline, a thin outline, and the yellow. I think they got the neon yellow right on this. It's almost like a Hendrick, old Hendrick neon yellow with the dash on the number. Makes them really easy to spot for. I know the color looks really weird when the light is hitting it. Kind of makes it look like a beige. And it's not. It's more of like a day glow yellow color. Really, really cool. Once again, it's a new sponsor, Recogni. I mean, just getting to collect the Gold Series cars, it really opens up the door to have a lot more sponsors represented in your collection. And it's really cool to have these two sponsors. I really like the style that they bring to this next-gen Cup car here. It looks really, really awesome. Would have been cool to maybe see Daniel Suarez and Chastain run this Recogni livery, but then again, it would probably take away the magic of it just being for Raikkonen. So that's understandable as to why this is a one-off. This diecast here is just as one-off gets. Driver, sponsors. It's a really, really cool car to have. And if you're collecting all the cars, if you're a stop-motion guy, you're definitely going to want to have this. I know I'm definitely going to use this for the Flash Racing Cup Series when it eventually comes back. Probably only for the road courses. And maybe we can have other drivers in this car. But for now, it's just a Raikkonen diecast. But that's the good thing about diecast. If you have a good enough variety of number choices, and you have like lower tier teams or, you know, stuff like this, open seats, you could probably have some open cars for your little Daytona 500 stop motions and diecast races. Just giving you guys a closer look. We got to use that zoom in feature on this video. Just looking at how technologically advanced this thing looks with this paint scheme. It is really, really cool. They can make a flat door panel look so 3D and lively just with the graphic choices on this car. I mean, look at those stripes. It's got 1, 2, 3 stripes. Probably even more than that. When you zoom in, especially when you look at those stripes, as I was pointing out before, the little guitar strings on this paint scheme. This is just such a cool car. One of the more hyped up cars, honestly, for me and for a lot of people, for the Trackhouse diecast, because this is truly a one-off, as one-off gets. It is just such a cool diecast to have in your collection. I really like this car. This is a really, really awesome paint scheme. Just the black and blue. And then, of course, the yellow. I know some people would probably find it quite intrusive due to its day glow style, but I don't. I still really like it. Honestly, it makes it pop out even more when you look at it, especially from far. You're looking at the paint scheme like that. Those numbers are going to stand out. I mean, that font for those numbers also makes it look even cooler with the dash through it. Really cool to have a Kimi Raikkonen diecast. I don't know where to get any F1 stuff, and I'm not really an F1 fan, so this is the only way I would have gotten a Kimi Raikkonen related diecast. So yeah, that is going to be the review of his car. So I'm going to give you guys a 360 view of it. Here's the front of the car. Here's the hood. Here's the right side. Here's the back. Here's the deck lid. Here's the roof. The left side. And the chassis. And that is going to be the review of Kimi Raikkonen's one-off project number 91 Recogni ILoq Chevrolet for Trackhouse Racing. So really, really cool. Hopefully we get some more of his diecast. If Kimi keeps on doing this, racing this car, we'll probably get a lot more of his diecast. Would love to see him at least try one more oval. At least one oval. I know he's doing mostly road courses, but at least one oval. And I think a little bit of an additional part of this video here. If I was Kimi Raikkonen and I had to pick one oval to do, I'd probably pick either Martinsville or the LA Coliseum, because those are short, flat corners, or maybe New Hampshire even. Any track like that. Like, if you're good on road courses, you'll probably also like the flat tracks as well. I mean, I wonder how he would fare in that disaster Indy road course. I mean, any of the road courses that have not been announced for him to run. Maybe like the Charlotte Roval and tracks like that. The Indy Roval, I don't know. That's kind of a messy race. But if I'm Kimi Raikkonen, I'm picking whatever tracks I think I can win at if I'm him. And very, very cool driver. A fun personality to follow. Of course, if you watch him in other racing series. Yeah. So it's a really cool diecast to have. I hope you guys are able to find this one. And hopefully you are going to be able to get it, because it is, I see this car getting ultra rare. Not just like rare for being, okay, you know what, it'll probably come back at some point to the shelves. No, this car is gone. I mean, if you see it, definitely pick it up, because I don't know what is going to happen with this one. I'm a little bit afraid, honestly, to think what's going to happen with this car. Is it going to become super rare? Is it going to be worth like $300? Is it going to be like liquid color chase piece price? I have no idea what this car will be worth. But judging by the fact that it's the first Kimi Raikkonen NASCAR diecast, it's definitely going to be worth a lot of money down the road. So if you have it, hold on to it, because it is definitely going to be one of those cars you wish you had. Yeah, just the gradient designs, just the technological patterns throughout. It's a really cool diecast, so you should definitely pick this one up. So thank you all for checking out this diecast review. Comment, like, and subscribe, and we will see you guys in the next diecast review here on Project 94. We got some pretty cool stuff coming up on the channel. And always remember to make sure you know what you're doing when you're putting decals on your diecast.